Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of I Cast Fireball, an actual play 5e D&D adventure. I'm Thomas, and around the table we have
Lieutenant Ignis Halcon,
Maximus Shuns,
Ataraxia Kalian,
Buster Bilgewater.
Last we left our adventuring crew. They were an adventuring crew. They had left the remainder of their pirating ship crew in port, waiting for their ship to get scrubbed while they went off on an adventure to get treasure. As they journeyed through the mountains, two of our players rolled a 1 on a random encounter, which meant a doubly bad encounter was about to happen. A deadly encounter of ogres, in fact. But with their quick thinking and the hazards of a never-ending pit below them, they were able to swiftly defeat the ogres using their magic, might, and smarts. We join our adventurers now as they are reeling from the victory of this battle on this week's episode of I Cast Fireball. So, Ataraxia, Max, Buster, and Lieutenant Ignis, you look down below as you are on the bridge overlooking this ravine in the mountain. And as you recall, you had the 4 skulls carved into the mountainside to the north of you, and the ogres all swiftly being defeated down below. You really can't even see the bottom of where they're at, but that is where you have remained victorious.
Woo! Feels good. I feel like we're really good. That felt, man.
I mean, if you ask me, I think we're a pretty good team.
Yeah, gotta tell you, that felt great. I feel like, what? I feel like nothing can stop us. Like, we're gonna get this treasure and get, right back, and no problem. This is great. These giant skulls behind me don't even bother me.
Have you ever heard of something called hubris?
Yeah. From Ignis's perspective, while she's still flying and she has a couple more seconds on her flight, can I do a perception check on if there's anything else going on with these skulls since everybody else is celebrating? These 2 guys are celebrating anyway?
Yeah, from a bird's eye view, go ahead and do a perception check, Ignis.
Well, it's a 5. That was not a great roll for the beginning of the campaign.
You mentioned that, one of the guys pulled a leg out of one of the skulls, right?
Absolutely.
I would like to inspect that skull.
I thing you were going to say inspect that leg. I would like to inspect
that.
Yes, I'm going to look at that leg. I need to see. Big thing about legs for Buster. You guys, narratively, we'll figure that out as the story progresses.
It's like Samuel L. Jackson's arm that falls through in Jurassic Park. It's
Jurassic Park.
Guys, what are you talking about? It's because he's a rabbit. Rabbits have big legs. Why is that so weird?
Rabbits have legs.
Ignis, as you are looking down below, looking around, trying to pick out any pieces of information, you just notice that there do seem to be some more contents in the skulls carved into the rock face here, and that there are a few items atop where the 2 other ogres were camping out. But it's about this time that your wings dissipate and you quickly fly over before falling into the ravine so that you drop onto the bridge safe and sound. Buster, you wanted to go inspect the skulls, right?
Yeah, I figured I'm on the other side of the bridge at this point after I blew those guys off. So whichever one I saw somebody take something out, I saw one of them take a leg out of. I figure I'll check in there. I'm guessing it's just gonna be like a meat soup, but worth a look.
It should be all right. Just be careful. We don't know what else is around here.
Buster loves loot.
I'll go with Buster.
All right, Max and Buster, you head on off to this main school area. This one's just right by the path that you have to go to continue your adventure, right? So you're leaving the bridge, you're leaving the ravine to where the ogres fell down, and you are moving a few feet forward in the direction you need to go.
Probably a little overconfident after that encounter.
Right. As you go over to the skull, it's the mouth that is slightly gaping open that you can take a look at. Go and roll me a perception check.
Am I doing that too, or is it just Buster?
You can each do it individually, or you can give a help to assist him.
17 there.
That's 12.
All right, 17 and a 12. You look on in, and the first thing that you're hit with before you even get there is the smell. It is rank. It is gross. Ugh. It is not pleasant. But you've dealt with fertilizer before. I know. And then you walk over, and you go, oh, no, not this fertilizer. This is humanoid remains fertilizer, so to speak. The leg that has been tossed out, it's the leg of a tiefling. And you look in, and you don't wish to identify the rest of the fertilizer area, rather the stash for their food source. With your 17, you do pick up a few other items that seem to be mundane. A well-made club, maybe some like what appear to be some like large clothing or towels / rags, things like that.
No designs on the rags or any iconography on them?
No, it looks like these are just tattered rags from somebody that's have been repurposed.
Guys, I don't think they had anything nice. It's just a meat soup in here with some fabric, and I don't know if you want a club, you can have it. But
well, I mean, I feel like last time we ran into a situation where there was a bunch of garbage. I feel like there was something at the bottom of it, and we didn't quite get to the bottom of
it. When did we ever run into garbage?
In a different parallel universe.
Parallel universe.
We ran into garbage. His name was Connor the Bear.
Yeah.
Or was it Cooper? I can't remember.
Cooper.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's on brand for Buster to not remember the name.
I'll never forget what's his name.
I'll never forget Timmy who died on the wheel. Yeah.
Can we inspect the other skulls, Thomas?
Yes, you want to go inspect the other skulls. Let's let Ataraxia and Ignis inspect some so they get an opportunity if they would like. We'll have them inspect the other two with this one roll, and then Buster and Max, you can roll another investigation check or perception check if you'd like.
Can I ask a quick question about the map before you continue?
Yes.
So we have to the east and west. It looks like the paths go off to the east and west. Do they continue, or does this kind of concave in, and the only way forward is through the middle of these four skulls?
Yeah, so they look like maybe at one point of time they would have continued, but they've become so eroded, just like this ravine, that essentially this ravine later west and later east, they sort of meet up into the walls, meet up with the ravine to where it would just be a sheer drop off down into the abyss. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have an option of other things coming at us from the sides. The only way forward is north through the skulls.
The kill hole.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Josh.
The kill hole.
All right, Ataraxia or Ignis, if either of you want to roll, you can roll with advantage, or each of you can roll separately. It's up to you.
Can I do an investigation instead of perception?
It would be perception this time around.
Go ahead, Ataraxia.
Okay. That's a natural 20 for a 26.
Huzzah!
Let's go.
26. All right. You are rummaging around in another one. The other ones are not meat soups, so they are actual belongings / actually a lot of wood in one of them, and some weapons. There's a decent amount of weapons in one of them.
I should probably do an Arcana check, shouldn't I? I am the party wizard. I keep forgetting that.
I'm going to roll randomly to see what sort of treasure is in this one.
Gotta love the random treasure roll.
Okay, sounds good. Good. So, it looks like ogres, as we know, are notoriously stupid. And so they don't really see the value of something if it's not an instrument of war, or unless it's going to do edible, a good point, or it's going to help them in the necessities of everyday life. They don't typically trade with other people outside of their race, and again, it's just the things that are necessary. So what you do find are... Here's my D4. You do see, secreted away underneath a cloth, some shiny objects that this ogre has put away. They are 7 gems that are each worth roughly 250 gold pieces.
I'm into that.
So pretty good haul there. So,
pretty good.
Pretty good. They are very shiny. They seem to be very well. They're very good.
to remember, have we assigned a treasurer this campaign yet?
I do.
The lieutenant. Very good.
Yep. Sorry, it was how many gems and how much were they worth?
So 7 that are, I'm sorry, 25 gold pieces. I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong row.
I was going to say, yeah, okay.
I apologize.
The man in the corner giveth, and the man in the corner taketh away.
He sure does.
And then there seems to be a discarded piece of paper. And as you look at the discarded piece of paper, it is a level 2 spell scroll.
Nice.
Oh, level 2 spell scroll.
Nice. So somebody in the party would be really...
Thomas, will you go over spell scrolls real fast for how to identify them and
it's a burn, right? Like you just basically
because it's a one use,
lets you cast it without using a spell slot.
But you have to know this, or no, it has to be in your spell class.
Correct. So how to use spell scrolls is, one, you have to be an arcane caster. So like am I going to say this wrong? A cleric cannot use a spell scroll. Pretty much bards and wizards.
But Ataraxia or Buster could use it, right?
Yes, Ataraxia or Buster could use a spell scroll if the spell is on your spell list, if I recall. Correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing we ran into last campaign, realizing that Mal was literally the only person who could even cast the spell scroll that we found, the 9th level spell scroll.
God, 9th level's crazy.
Yeah.
If you want to hear an interesting situation with a 9th level spell scroll, may I recommend Sneak Attack, a D&D podcast.
Oh, good lord. Oh, man.
Yes.
I've heard good things about that
emotional trauma.
This spell, which you can easily look at Ataraxia, is the spell Blur.
Blur. Trying not to.
Your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering.
We already sang. We already played Hotspot. I can't start singing more songs.
We have never established that rule. And even if we did, you wouldn't follow it, so you might as well.
I'm trying to respect my editor.
This is a level 2 spell scroll with the spell Blur on it. For 1 minute, your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering for the duration. Any creature has disadvantage, and you are immune to the effect if it doesn't rely on sight, as with blind sight. So, fun stuff there. So, that is in that portion, and then I will allow Buster and Max to roll one more time. You can each roll individually or give one of the other person advantage.
I have a +2 to perception. What do you got?
I have a +8.
A million.
I'll give him advantage.
All right, go ahead.
That is going to be 24.
Let's go.
24. All right. 24. Similar stuff over here. This one seems to be less weapons, less personal items, more just random. Like you see actual like pieces of art in here that are like, they're small. They're like jade figurines and stuff, but there are a few figurines that are just like strewn about. Some of them are crushed, so their worth is like gone basically. But there are a few of them in here. Let's roll to see what else you find.
When you're like, there's sculptures, I'm like, one of the ogres has like a pottery wheel. Just like, I'm learning the trade.
I'm more than my clan. Yeah, so I rolled really horribly on that actually. So I rolled a 1, which doesn't really give you much other than what I already described. So you find a few jade figurines, which are about maybe 50 gold pieces each. You find 3 that you can pick up.
Put them in the party inventory.
$1.50.
There you go. All right. But that's pretty much everything that you gather. You feel like you've rummaged through quite a bit of stuff here, that everything has been looked into.
This feels like the most we're going to get out of a couple of ogres.
Well, look at this, folks. Our first pirate's bounty, all gathered with our own hands on an island. I think we're off to a great start.
I found the meat, the bodies.
You
guys had a better time?
We did. We found quite
I found
a bit.
a bunch of
I
gems.
found some jade
Captain
statues that might give us a little bit of the
Man!
Buster gets the short end of the
Bodies.
Anybody want a leg?
Or does anybody need
All right,
a
let's keep
hand?
going. I want to find some treasure. I feel like this is all nice, but like, where's the gold? Where's the coins? Where's the, you know what I'm talking about? Give me the loot.
Oh, we found it. You didn't. That's
You found jade trinkets.
The major loot is 3.5 days. Well, only 2.5 days now from where you currently are at. So as you journey and finish off this first day, heading down the path a little bit further, as night begins to set, I imagine you guys camp for the night, or do you push through? It's up to you.
I mean, we didn't take any damage during that combat,
Yeah.
so
It's fair.
do we just? Well, I mean, even one level of fatigue.
If we
goes
take a
really
long
bad.
rest, I can re-up my divination.
yeah. Let's do it.
That's always good too. Yeah.
Do it.
It's fair. All right, easy enough to do. As you get through the mountain, there are some easy alcoves that you can use some of the wood that you got from the ogres and make your own camp and set bed down for the night. We have a watch order here.
Does anybody have any special sleeping things like we had in the last campaign?
I have melatonin.
Nah.
I'll take.
I just sleep
It
like a
requires
regular
full
person.
8 hours. Yeah. just asking. Just making sure.
I can take first and last watch if that helps. I like sunset, sunrise.
Watching the sunrise?
Yeah.
I shall take the middle watch.
All right. Let the captain rest as
Yep.
everybody. Let's go ahead and have Buster. Why don't you go ahead and roll perception?
The 13-year-old needs their sleep, so.
That's
He
true.
needs his beauty sleep.
That's true.
Growing me.
For growing boy.
He's a grown
He's a
boy.
grown boy.
growing boy.
I think my horns grew half
All
inch
right.
last night.
I just had to find the skull with all the meat in it.
He's really better about that.
21.
21. All right. As you're sitting down and looking over as the sun begins
I'm
to
gonna find a
set,
pot of gold. I'm gonna find a big old chest of gold coins.
you look down and you don't have a great view of the valley below, but you do hear quite a bit with your massive ears, and you just hear like the night settling in, nothing alarming, and just kind of like take a breath to be at peace. What's like one thing that Buster's going to be thinking about here during his watch?
I would like to dig into my component pouch and pull out a little innocuous item, nothing mechanical to it, but just like a seashell. And he's just gonna like, with one ear kind of like doing the twitchy roundabout, listening for everything. He's gonna put the other one up to his other ear, and just if he feels like he can for a while, he's just gonna listen to the ocean, missing the feel of the boat and the uncertain ebbing and waving of the boards beneath his feet. The ground feels too still and too dead to him, this earth. And so he's just gonna think of the sea.
Great. Your watch goes without anything surprising. So we go to the next person on watch.
The long end of his stick, he's gonna go and try and awake Ataraxia. Not Ataraxia, Max, I mean. He's gonna be like, all right, careful. Don't want him to attack me. Max, poke.
Yes.
Okay. I know that you didn't. It was very nice. You didn't. I know you weren't trying to scare me. Just was.
Oh, you said my name, and so I responded.
It's your watch. It's your watch. I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep.
Ah, yes, thank you so much, Buster.
All right, Max, roll a perception check, please.
27.
27. Good gravy. As you look up, the clouds have parted above, so you see the constellations and you see the stars. And as the fire has died down a little bit here, you see a very bright night sky. And would it bring you peace, Max, to see that night sky? Like, as bright as it is?
Yes. Max kind of looks at the sky, seeing just the bright stars that are up there shining like a diamond. And with that, though, he kind of reflects and is just sitting there looking up, obviously still trying to keep watch, but he also brings out his journal and he pops out the 2 stones that are in the front that are, gems. And he kind of like looks at them, looks at the sky, holds them up, trying to like capture almost a star in one of them, and then just starts to think very deeply about who else could be looking up there.
Your watch goes without issue. The forest below and the mountains have gone to sleep, so your watch is over, and you go get Lieutenant, I believe, correct?
Lieutenant.
She immediately awakens. Just not startled, but alert.
I believe it is your watch now.
Anything to report?
It's a very, very beautiful sky.
She just rolls her eyes and goes to sit where he was sitting, where we established the guard post to be.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll a perception check, please.
I'm really good at perception.
So good.
I love this
So
changing of
good.
watch. I love these little character moments.
Interactions, yeah.
11.
11.
I have a -1 to my perception.
Well, no wonder she thinks the sky isn't that cool. She can't even see it.
She needs glasses.
What is he talking about?
Surprise! She's actually like -8 in both of her eyes. So she's a melee fighter. She has to be up close.
She has to be up close.
Sorry.
With your 11, what are you looking for and trying to listen for particularly?
How do I say approaching danger in a way that doesn't come across sarcastic or...
Well, how would Lieutenant define approaching danger?
I assume that the landscape is very similar to where we just were fighting the ogres. It looks desolate, deserty. We found an alcove, so where at least our backs are protected, right?
That is correct.
And so I think mostly listening down the canyon walls and trying to distinguish the difference between which you may or may not be very successful at, the difference between something that's scurrying and something that is approaching. Like there's a difference between just creatures in the night going across the desert sand and something that is approaching with footsteps.
Right. And you actually do hear creatures across the sand and the mountains, and you hear way in the distance, you hear some wolves howl to the sky, which disrupts some fluttering birds nearby, and they take off, but nothing other than that you can really pick up. So as you really just try to hone it in and focus in on that, your watch is done, and you can wake up Buster again to finish it out.
Sure. I think we agreed that we're going to let Ataraxia sleep, right? Okay.
I mean, I'm not bothered by it.
As Buster's laying on his back and just with her boot kind of gently but forcefully kick his foot.
I'm gonna get lots of
His little bunny feet that
Gold
are
at the end of the rainbow.
sticking out.
Oh man.
Buster!
Yes.
Get up!
Great. Excellent.
You said you wanted to watch the sunrise, right?
Right.
It's coming up.
Who? Me? Yes, of course. Go ahead. Sunrise. Sunrise. All right. Thank you, Iggy.
She'll stand there and wait impatiently until he stands up. Yeah, he called me that the first.
He kind of
I think
he's kinda,
zero.
rubbing his
Session
eye.
0, right?
He has it's like the cutest rabbit face yawn, and then he just kind of.
Ignis is just standing there with her arms folded, waiting for him to get up. She
And
won't
he,
go down until he gets the way
He
up.
kind of gets his little floppy hat on, poking his ears out either side. Anything to report?
Nope.
All right.
Or watch.
No, nothing. No oncoming danger.
No oncoming danger of anything that I could find.
Great.
But
Great.
Max did say something about stars.
Yeah,
It was a little lost on me.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice. All right. Well.
Are you gonna go to the mouth of the alcove and take the watch? I'd like to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you'd like to just go over there.
That's where I'll get. That's the plan. All right. Yeah. See you later. And he kind of hops his way on over there.
All right. Go and do a final perception check for the night.
Right. I'll roll the perception check.
All right.
Natural 20. I don't have a great perception, but this is what sleep does, folks. You get good sleep.
All right. For a total of what?
Natural 20 gives me a 22.
Nice. So as you are looking and seeing the sun rise, there is like a scraggly tree. Like I imagine like you're sitting at the mouth of this alcove, and down the way and like on top of like the mountain wall, you see like a tree that somehow has survived. Like, so it's not like luscious, but it's like, a small tree that's adapted to the environment. And you're able to see a few monkeys, small monkeys waking up and going into the tree and starting their morning and sort of like chittering and eating bugs off of each other's back, and as the sun is rising.
Anything like So the monkeys are up there. Does it look like regular sized monkeys, just like normal sized monkeys?
They're a little bit smaller than normal sized monkeys.
How far away is this tree?
It's like a couple 100 feet away. I mean, this is just a really good, like, you've got nothing else to watch type of a thing. So you're like, oh,
Look
just
at
a few, like a family, a bit of monkeys over there.
It's a monkey business.
But yeah, just starting their morning off, and as the sun is rising, most animals just rise with it, right? So seems to be what is going on. And Ataraxia getting a full night's rest. You're up before the watch is over for Buster here, and just feeling like you always do, just totally blissful, man.
Yeah, just a grand old time with my pals.
Grand old time. Yeah, you're like, sweet, that was really cool. Being able to sleep through all the night there.
So yeah, I'm going to clop my way over to Buster, plop myself down next to where he is taking a watch, and be like, how's the watch going, dude?
Hey, kid. It's going fine. Yeah, pretty chill. Just gotta watch the sunrise, see some monkeys over in the tree.
Oh, this is like a beautiful place, actually, even despite all of the ogres that are trying to kill us.
You know, I wouldn't think that standing on top of a couple of skulls hewn from stone. We're not actually standing on top of those. We moved on, didn't we?
Yeah, you did move on, yes.
I wouldn't think that an alcove we found past several massive skulls hewn from stone would lead us to a location with which we could find some really stunning visuals. But yeah, it's a pretty nice island they got here.
Yeah, maybe this is part of what they were trying to keep us away from. They wanted to steal all the beauty for themselves.
I think it's gold. I think there's gold. I don't like the idea that there's not gold.
I hope you're right, if I'm being completely honest.
Just like, I love Buster being like, no, it better be something material, okay? Like,
If we get back and it's and the treasure was the people we journeyed with the whole time, I'm sorry, but
Yes.
I
don't want a profound lesson.
I'll be very disappointed in Rickety Hay.
I want some cash.
Yeah. Your name is literal. The reward should be literal.
Dude, how do you feel about how the branding is going?
Oh man, you're doing great. The brand's great. I feel like you made a great impression on a very worthy person to impress. I mean, you see the way Hake said he can't talk about anybody he's done business with, but he for sure knows Harrigan. Like he has some kind of intimate knowledge of Harrigan's operations and intentionally doesn't want to have his people on his island, which means Harrigan's branding has gotten here. And what he did, without realizing it, was he enhanced Harrigan's branding. He went ahead and gave us a sense and a tone for Harrigan's power and intensity. And I think what you did is going to give him similar words that he can give to other captains. Help make it clear, like, you don't mess with the Seder horns.
Dude, I feel like you should go into marketing.
You know, that's what my father was a farmer, my mother also a farmer, but I think I had a cousin in marketing.
Yeah, it was just
It
being
was for
at
the
the
farm,
market.
though.
For
Yeah, it's for the farm. Technically, yeah, he sold all the produce for us, yeah, at the market, but yeah, bit of a cheapskate, really. Not me though. Very generous, Buster.
Yeah, I guess the family business maybe wasn't for you then, it looks like?
No. Can't sit still, you know. I gotta like be on to the next thing, and waiting every couple days for the stuff to grow is just kind of boring as hell. I'm ready to move on and see the next thing. This is more than most of my family ever seen of the world. Yeah, it's been hard sometimes, but man, worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Yeah, maybe, someday when your family hears about what you're doing, I mean, word's going to spread about us. Maybe they'll be proud of you.
How old are you, really? Like, how old are you actually?
Last time I checked, I was 13.
Yeah.
200
Last time I
years
checked?
ago.
I'm kind of squinty-eyed at him. Because it's... Yeah, so you look 13, but sometimes the things you say and the questions you ask do not feel 13 to me.
Hey, I don't know all of the details of the Archfey curse that has been placed upon me. I just know that it exists.
Say you're cursed?
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
I'm starting to realize we haven't really talked about like our origins, the four of us. You think this trip would be a good chance for as a team to level with one another? Like,
I feel like the audience would really love it. Looks at camera.
I mean, narratively just speaking, I think Buster's also just like I'm not big on asking questions, and especially of dangerous folk like the lieutenant and Teeth over there. But like, they both seem to have some stuff going on. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the dirt arms that ate Tim, but like that's some baggage from my past.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about stuff, I mean, like, you had every single opportunity to kill me, like straight up kill me, and you didn't. So I think I can trust you.
Ah, man, I think you're selling yourself short. I think you'd have got me before I could get you.
Well, I didn't have to. And then I do the prestidigitation between the satyr horns on my fingers.
Yes. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Should we get the others up? I just need while everyone's getting ready, I'm going to spend some time to divine for the day.
That sounds like a good plan, dude. Yeah, maybe let's get some breakfast started. We've already finished all of the food that Rickety sent us with, all of like the leftovers, so now it's just kind of rations at this point, which kind of sucks.
The land will provide is what my old pappy used to say.
Yeah, maybe we'll find a giant leg that we can chew on.
Gosh.
Gosh. As the rest of the crew gets awoken up and you dig into the rations, the land in this area is not providing. It is very dirt-based and dry. And
The monkey's got to be eating something.
Well, they're eating the bugs off of each other's backs, so... So as maybe as you get later on into some forested areas, you can find some more
Leave
nutritious
the
food.
monkeys alone.
Yes. Do you heard these monkeys? So help me.
Yeah.
The monkeys are all 20th level druids.
That's right. They're all.
They're wild shaped.
That moment when like the players pick up on a little tiny setting thing that and make it way bigger than it needs to be.
Right.
The monkeys are important, guys. The monkeys are super important.
It's just a chair.
Yeah.
We've never kept a box for the entire
question
campaign.
is there a worm somewhere around here?
Exactly.
Oh my
yes.
gosh. As you pick up and move on for day 2 here, I need everybody to roll me a random encounter, please.
Sure.
That's a D6.
Dang it.
That's a 1.
Good.
1.
No!
5 for me.
5.
2 1s and 2 5s.
Hey,
Wow.
love
That's a little
it.
bit.
Lieutenant, let's go over this way. We're going to scout ahead.
Guys, I really think we should explore these monkeys.
I don't know. I feel like Ignis and Max would go like scout it out. Do we need to split the party for some encounters?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Is that what the dice is telling us right now? I feel like that's what the story the dice is trying to tell right now.
Hey, come over. I'll tell you my backstory, Lieutenant. Let's go talk about backstory.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm gonna have to start choosing other numbers than 1 just to throw you guys on whether or not I'm gonna throw an encounter in. So, as you do travel through most of the day, you do find that you are now out of the mountains back into like some more jungle forested area. So this might be a time to forage if you were inclined to do that. But you travel for a good many hours. And right around lunchtime, you actually come across a pool of water. Yeah, this pool of water is fairly big. And it seems to be, let's see, let's count it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 75. So it's about 75 by 50. So 75 feet long, 55 feet wide here. So fairly large. And there's some big boulders that are like sticking up. But yeah, it is a pool of water here that you have come across. It's fresh water, so you can fill up your canteens here or your water skins at. And it's a nice place to take a break.
Nope, let's keep going. Let's just keep walking.
If you want.
Keep walking now.
I'd like everybody to roll me a perception check, please.
I think I should swim right into the center of that pool where the water is deepest.
Real quick, could I consult my map as we get to this area that seems like it could be an identifier on the map.
Sure, go ahead.
That'd be investigation.
Your map, you're just comparing it to
I'm just seeing if like
right?
any landscape that we've encountered, or if this lake seems to like have a corresponding icon or any kind of like symbology.
Yeah, go ahead and do an investigation check.
18.
18. Yeah, you consult your map and you do see that there is like a path leading from the mountains that you guys are leaving from and going down into the valley here. There do seem to be like some vague drawings of like trees and some like pools of water. If you recall when Ricky Hake, he told you about like the direction ahead, right? A clear pool of water. This seems to be that clear pool of water that tells you you're on the right path.
Awesome.
And so it's one of the landmarks that you are moving forward to get to the end, to the eventual treasure. But I had everybody roll a perception check, right?
I got a 4 perception.
Well, that's another natural 20 for a 26.
27.
13.
Look at us. Look at us.
Okay. There in this pool, as you guys are lounging, taking a break, getting some more rations to eat, Ataraxia and Max, you look into the pool and you could swear that as you walk by it, there is glittering or like light almost emanating from the bottom of the pool.
Light as in like a light source or a refracting light like off of the sun underneath?
As you like test it out, both of you, because like both of you kind of look at each other, Max, you always being attentive of your captain, it does seem to be like something is reflecting light from the bottom of the pool back up to the surface.
So we came here to get rich. I can swim. I can swim. Right?
Is he asking that out loud?
I mean, it's just for every 5 feet of movement that I make in water, I have to spend an extra 5 feet of my movement speed, and then I can swim, right? That's how it works.
Everybody can swim.
Kid, if you were having trouble swimming, it would have been like a good thing to tell us before we made you the captain of our pirate ship.
Thomas, do I see is there anything living in the pool?
With your 27, you don't pick up that there are any fish or like any critters that are like moving about that you can see.
Any critters around the pool?
So no, not that you can tell, but you do know that this is probably not since you came to the pool, right? You kind of like your presence might have scared some of them off, but the water is very clear, very clear.
So consulting the map, guys, I think this means we're on the right direction. I think we just keep moving that way, and we'll be heading towards the treasure.
Perfect.
Why are you dancing on the beach?
Is there something what's going on?
We came here for treasure, and I think we found some treasure.
I think the captain sees it. I see it too. There's something shiny in the water.
Where? We're following the treasure.
Wait.
I take my shirt off, and I'm... Hang on.
I feel like two people rolled one.
I'm ready to dive. Like you said, there's treasure. Look, like I got a rope here. I tie around my waist.
Can you give me like 5 minutes
for what?
For more information.
Oh yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay,
I mean, I divinated, and I have nothing in my visions that told me we're in danger of water.
Yeah. Cool. Good for you. Thomas, I'm actively going to try and find wildlife around this pool.
Okay, sounds good. I'll have you roll a... Yeah, that's
would it be survival?
Yeah, this would be, I would say probably survival for that, to pick up on tracks, some scat, things like that, food sources.
That's a 23.
23.
I'm rolling pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You look around and you're just taking a wide berth. You're going all the way around. You're even going back into the trees in some instances. And you do find some wildlife that has been here. You've seen like some piles of refuse that some animals have expended. You see some footprints. You see some twigs that are broken that would be from a critter. Some of the twigs are quite large that are broken, but you do see some movement back and forth between the pool and the forest or the foliage around this pool.
Did I find an animal?
You don't find an animal currently.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
But these are recent enough to be within the past 48 hours, some of them.
Max, what are you looking for?
I'm trying to find an animal to ask it if there's anything we should know or suspect about this body of water.
Hold on a minute. Are you suggesting that you can talk to animals?
I am not suggesting. I am explaining that I can, yes. Aren't we all just animals in this world?
I mean, like 3 out of the 4 of us literally so.
And then we have a herringon and a satyr over here.
Now, Jacob, with that in mind, there are some birds around the area.
Thank freaking heavens. What does a man got to do to find an animal? Well, I will cast Speak with Animals, and I will try and speak with one of the animals.
Dragon Doolittle.
All right.
So it says you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for 10 minutes. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, the beast can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whether they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You can even maybe persuade them to do a small favor at the GM's discretion.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, so as you look up, you see 2 parrots that are sitting on a branch. They have beautiful plumage, and they are sort of just kind of like bobbing their heads, like side to side, and like cocking their heads as well.
I will speak and bob my head. Hey guys, what's up?
They do have an intelligence of 8, so fairly good for a bird, actually. So one of them goes,
"Oh, hey, man, hey, critter. Hey, yeah, hey, hey."
and the other one goes,
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, you guys are cool. Okay. I'm not, and I would imagine in speaking, Lance doesn't have to have the same inflections as he usually does. So he's just
no,
talking.
yeah, absolutely.
In their bobbing bird language.
And they go,
Yeah, things are good. Things are good. Yeah, just peaceful day, peaceful
Peaceful,
day.
yeah.
Love it. Yeah, totally
Peaceful day, peaceful life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Peaceful.
So, dude, this body of this pool is like freaking intense, man. It's clear.
Oh, cool. Yeah, clear,
Cool,
clear.
cool.
Got some shiny.
Clear.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah.
Shiny at the bottom.
Shiny.
Shiny?
I noticed that too.
Wish I could get that
Shiny?
Is it? Do you know? Is there anything like dangerous in the pool or around the pool? Have you ever seen anything crazy?
shiny. Big creatures.
Creatures?
Critters.
Critters?
Big creatures. I see,
pool?
large. Oh, they come.
Come.
You know, they come here.
Go.
They have.
Ah.
Come.
They have certain things that come and they go. They usually leave. They leave. They leave us. We stay.
Leave. We stay.
Stay. Cool. Look like me. Look like me. Look like them. Point to my party.
No. I mean, not while we've been here. No, we've been here. No, for a while.
No.
Not us. No.
Okay. Cool. Like tree big.
Some
Some.
of them.
Some. Some.
Oh, most are just little. Most little.
Little.
4 legs.
Little.
One's water.
What?
Water.
What about water?
One's water.
One's water.
Water.
Water come out. Walks around. Walks back in.
Oh, in the pool.
Walks.
In the pool.
You know,
Pool. It's a pool.
he probably has those shinies.
Shinies.
Ah,
Shinies?
shinies for creature. Shinies for creature. Cool. Peace out.
Food.
Yeah. He'll dig in and get some probably dried biscuit and like crumple it up and be like dump it on the ground and be like food. Thank you.
Awfully rude. Leaving it on the floor.
I mean, sorry, dude. Throw up to you. Throw.
It's fine. We'll come down there.
and they fly down and just start pecking back on the ground.
Beggars can't be choosers. Bye.
Nom, 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 nom.
All right, I'll go back to the party.
All right, fun.
All right, so If nobody wants to hold the rope, I'll just tie it to a rock.
I really think that we need to just wait for a Max. He's over there tweeting at the birds, and he'll come back for...
Hello. So I talked to the parrots.
You talked to the
Really
Okay.
cool guys. A little stingy on the food, but really
They're
cool.
parrots.
Yeah, parrots are cool. They say that in the water, the shiny things in the water belong to or are in possession of by a creature that also resides in the water. A big creature that comes in and out.
So the shiny things, the treasure belongs to something.
Yes,
Shouldn't we just go?
How big a thing, though?
If it belongs to something, let's just go.
You said there's a creature in the water, but I don't see anything. This is clear water.
I think that's the purpose. I mean, I think the creature doesn't want to be seen. Maybe it even uses the shiny to draw things into it.
Oh, it's like an anglerfish.
Again, I feel like maybe we should just go.
Can I roll an Arcana on the water? See if there's something magical within.
Sure.
I
To try
have
and just
detect
be like,
magic as a spell.
is
I
there-
can cast detect
Detect magic is probably going to give you a better idea of if there's something
If
going
I
on.
want to
right
jump
here.
in and get the shiny, so I'll cast detect magic just to be safe. 30 feet of you, you sense magic in this way, and I want to be like up to the water, like my tippy toes just kind of on the edge.
All right, as you go up to the edge of the lake and everybody's sort of like around you, kind of like ready to help or assist with detect magic, you can see that the lake is surprisingly deep. It's like it's hard to gauge how deep it is from being outside, but it is not a shallow recess, shall we say. And so your detect magic actually does you've confident like this isn't going to go to the bottom of the lake here. It's not going to go to the bottom of this pool.
Okay.
But from what you can gather, there is no magic in a 30-foot area, excluding the magic that is on each of your persons, right?
With that realization that this is a deeper body of water than it first appears, is the shiny deep down?
Yes.
Ah, darn.
Now, there are some seem to be like gold bits on higher parts of the pool, but they're small. They're like little gold piece here, like a couple gold pieces here, couple gold pieces here, and most of them's at the bottom.
Oh, that's not fair. It's actual gold pieces?
From what you can tell,
I mean, Buster, if you want to go in, I'll hold the rope.
I wish I had water breathing. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right?
A lot of things. A lot of things can happen. Have you not read the stories? You've been on a pirate ship.
if you say that and Mickey is in your party, Mickey just immediately jumps and goes, "No, don't you dare."
I've been playing this game for a long time.
Captain, what's your call?
I mean, yeah, I guess it is up to you, Cap. This is a really deep pond. I think it might even open up to like something deeper under, but there's definitely gold pieces in here, guys. There's definitely treasure.
We got some treasure. Just because you went swimming in some body soup in the last chambers doesn't
Are
mean
you
that we
telling
didn't
me-
find something.
Are you telling me the stuff you guys found in those skulls that the ogres had feels satisfying for a treasure hunt?
No, the destination does.
Captain, what is your call?
I think it would be exciting if we went to see what happened.
Yes, Captain, my captain. You just
We
say the
killed
word and I hop
4
right in.
ogres without taking a single hit point of damage.
Yeah, our DM's not going to let that happen ever again.
We can do this. Let's do this. This sounds cool. This sounds great. This sounds like a wonderful idea that nothing bad
Let's
will
do
come
it.
from.
Let's do it.
I would like to take a Jar Jar Binks level hop
Yes.
jump into the water. Off of in the picture you're showing us, there's like a little bit of like body of rocks that go kind of closer out to the center. I'd like to get to that edge. Yeah, I think I have 60 feet of rope.
Probably like I think
Is that like
50
the basic
is
adventurer's
basic
rope?
adventure,
Is it,
yeah.
Or is it 50 feet of rope? Yeah. Being a sailor, I know lots of knots. So I'm going to tie a knot that is really, really strong if yanked. But if I pull a certain cord, it undoes very quickly.
The strong one cord knot, yes.
Yes. I mean, it's a basic knot. It's a basic, your shoelaces should be tied this way, where they don't come off on pressure, but you pull one cord and they come undone. I'm saying I'm not tying a locked knot on my body. I feel like that's a bad move. And then, I leaping dive into the water. No looking back, straight forward, right ahead.
All right, sounds good. Leaving detect magic up just in case, as a good precaution as you dive in, since it is up to 10 minutes that you can have concentration up. You tie yourself up.
It's my 30-foot sonar underwater for magic.
And Max holding the very end of the rope, letting it go slack in his hand as Buster takes that running jump. Boing, and very high, very impressive. Buster doing like Olympic dive moves with his arms as he splooshes into the lake and submerges under the water. What's going to happen in this little body of water? We'll find out next time on I Cast Fireball.
Yeah, that's not ominous at all.
Yep, for sure isn't.
Nope.
Nothing's gonna
I'm here for
happen.
it. I'm here for it.
Okay, moving
I'm
on.
here for
We're
it.
gonna listen,
Yeah.
guys. You don't even need to come back next week. We're just gonna go down and get a bunch of treasure.
gonna be so
That's
boring.
real
You can come
quick.
back.
Tune back
come
in.
back
Thomas is like, we're just gonna time jump.
Come back 2 episodes later.
We're going to time jump back when the mutiny happened.
Oh my
and they're like,
gosh.
Josh had to re-roll a character, guys.
Surprise.
Mickey, I totally forgot. Mickey is like my wife, actually, not only in D&D, but in games in general.
Just in
Is like
person.
the very people in general, but very destination. Like, let's get to the destination type of a thing, because that's where they find the excitement. And so,
But I can be easily persuaded in D&D.
Yes,
I'm here
Mickey
for the journey. I'm here for the...
is very much able to be persuaded, but it's just
You
fun
need a plot
sometimes to hear
hound
that.
in a campaign. You gotta have
Yeah, I'm the plot. I will be that. I will
Yes.
be that forever and ever for everyone. I will keep us on track
Yes.
until we want to do something crazy.
Well, everybody, this has been a load of fun. I have, as always, enjoy playing this campaign here with Ned, Jacob, Josh, Mickey. Thank you all so much for being players here. But you listeners, thank you for joining us on this boat-based adventure. We are just having loads of fun and can't wait for more of what's going to happen. If you like what we're doing here, please leave us a 5-star review on the podcast of your choice, where we will shout you out and where we will be able to spread your name far and wide and be able to shout your praises for helping us out. Speaking of which, we have a review left by somebody who, well, I would say their username is 3'83", but they did leave their name, actually. So Ellie left her a 5-star review the other day, and they said, I'm going to DM my first campaign. I'm going to DM my very first campaign this summer.
Yeah.
Any tips? Also, do you play Fortnite? Sincerely, Ellie. Ellie, thanks for leaving us a 5-star review, and we're just touched that we were hopefully one of the inspirations to help you DM here. And to answer your question, Mickey, do you
I
play
love playing Fortnite. I'm a big Fortnite player.
She's been
because
in it
I'm a
since season
millennial
1, right?
kid at heart. I don't play a lot of video games, but my goodness, do I play Fortnite. I have like 900 hours on that game.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Like
At this point, I don't know what that game
Chapter
is.
1, like, or not from chapter 1. It was like season 1, chapter 6. My friends got me into it, and I've been playing it ever since. It's been like 4 years. I'm all about Fortnite. I don't know why you asked why we play Fortnite. No one else does. I just pulled it up. 983 hours on Fortnite.
Holy smokes.
Well, Ellie, why don't you at Mickey to see if you can get her handle and maybe jump into a game with her. But thank you so much for the 5-star review, Ellie. As always, if you want to help us out and set this podcast on fire, you can reach out to us on our social media at iCastFireball20. Shoot us an email at iCastFireball2020@gmail.com. Share with your friends and fellow wacky adventurers as well, just to help get the word out there about Season 2 for ICF. Now, we want to give a shout out to our sister podcast, Improv Tabletop, where they're doing very, 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 very fun stuff. They have a new Fate campaign that they've got called Noirnia, which is a mashup of film noir and The Chronicles of Narnia, which, if you don't know the genre of film noir, it's a delightful genre from the 40s, 50s era of detectives. It's just a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun.
Do you get that lonely sax music playing in the background as someone's giving?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And if you enjoyed Caleb and Heather's performance as Brick and Mortar during our first campaign, those two are absolutely killing it in Narnia. I think you'll like it a lot.
As they always do. So go give that a listen. Don't forget to leave them a 5-star review on the way out. But lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and fellow wacky adventurers. And until next time, I'm Thomas, your DM, and around the table we have
Lieutenant Ignis Hakon.
Maximus Shans.
Ataraxia Kalian.
And Buster Bilgewater.
Let's keep that fire going, everybody. And we'll see you all next time.